Okay, good day, grade nines. So yeah, we're going to continue with the social issues. So on week seven, going to do about crime in the Bahamas. So if you open up your PowerPoint, and yep, as it says, lesson one of three, crime. So yeah, thanks for completing the stuff on unemployment and poverty. Make sure you are watching this YouTube, if you clearly are, if you've got this there, and have the PowerPoint that I've got here ready for you to complete. So yeah, head up your paper, social studies, crime in the Bahamas, have your objectives down, okay? So pause the video and then we'll go from there. Um, Let me go from here. So yeah, last lesson we talked about social problem being a problem that is recognized by society as a problem. Definition of crime then. So it's that breach or breaking of a rule of law. They can result. So this can result in. They can result. This can result in a punishment set by the governing force or authority. So, for example, that would be the police. Um, are in certain examples, and we'll come back to when we did about law enforcement. We had the different agencies that are involved. Are all crimes the same? So, what do you think? Could you categorize crimes? What types of crime can you think of? What types of punishment are there? Should it be that what punishments do you think fit each crime? Okay, so obviously you've got going to jail, going to prison, you've got fines, you've got community service, etc. Okay, um, so why do people commit crime? So why would you commit a crime if you know that you're not supposed to do it? So I've got my ideas here. Opposition to existing laws. This idea that you don't think those laws apply for you. Upbringing, okay. So maybe the morals that were brought up in your community or in your family are different to what the country sees as a whole. Mental illness. So if someone is, mental illness, poverty, no alternative. Okay, addiction. Which leads them into to feed their habit, or it could be just greed. Okay, people wanting more, difficult to work for it, etc. Okay, you can make those notes now. I just noticed that not all of them are fitted on the screen once I've made it large, so go from there. And so, three causes of crime. List them, nice and easy. Either write it out as with the question or put three causes of crime are, I go from there. Four types of crime committed in the Bahamas today. Three solutions to preventing crime in the Bahamas today. Think about the link to the social issues last week, okay? Name the enforcement agency involved in the following scenarios. So, a boat of illegal immigrants trying to enter the country. Who would be dealing with that? Someone breaking into your house, who would you call? Someone's trying to bring in goods from abroad into the country, who would be monitoring this? An immigrant is working after their visa has run out, who would be monitoring that? Okay, so which agencies? We go from there. Okay, so we're going to then go on to drug addiction. Okay, look at the causes of drug addiction and possible solutions. Why do people take drugs? Okay, there are many different reasons for that. Might be, and they probably link to some of them to some of the reasons that you would have here. Okay, could be that poverty. Obviously, there's addiction, poverty. Only thing that they can do. Mental illness issues there, etc. Okay, but then we have to go back to actually defining what a drug is. So, a medical substance such as a narcotic, hallucinogen, a stimulant, especially one causing addiction. Okay, so that's a dictionary definition. But you've also got to remember that things such as caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, these are all drugs as well. And that most people, when you talk about drugs, might be thinking about illegal drugs such as cocaine and heroin. Um, but there are other drugs. So it's this idea of making sure you're aware of that, because also caffeine can be found in many different products, such as even Coca-Cola, etc. Okay. Now we're going to look at the impacts of drug taking. So if you click on this link, we've got a few videos here. Yeah, you don't need to watch all of them, just maybe watch a couple of them and just create a table that highlights what are some of the social impacts. Okay, so the impacts upon people, family, what are some of the impacts upon the personal, so to the person who's taking them, financially, what are the problems there, so money wise, health, what are some of the health impacts. Okay, so watch those videos, you can make a few ideas that you think, and you can compare them to my ideas. So for social, so here it goes from taxpayers, e.g., for hospitals um, involved in crime. So it's going to have crime impacts, influence others, maybe gangs, personal, get kicked out of the family home, criminal record, lonely, education becomes interrupted, financial, you lose your job because you're unreliable, can't work due to the criminal record, getting into debt as well, and getting into debt with loan sharks, things like that. It could be quite bad for you. Health, physical health, depression, panic attacks, even death, etc. Okay, so there's many issues. If you can make a note of those, that will help you as we go forward. Just a reminder about when you're answering questions, think about whether you need to use that peel structure. So for the homework, the assignment, page 42 to 43 in your BJC booklet is on illegal drug abuse in the Bahamas. Um, Complete the answers in full sentences and upload. Okay, day 3, lesson 3 of 3. Geography, nice simple one. We're going to look at North America, okay? So you just go through looking at rivers, mountain, lakes, and bays. So just add in the names of these rivers so you can use an atlas, use Google Maps, etc. to complete. So go through that. Once you've completed this, upload it, as it says, to the eLocker. Okay. Any questions, please give me an email. Otherwise, have a good week, guys.